Not even slowing down, not even a sign of braking. If there's a lot of cargo in the back of that truck, that's a whole different situation. Either way, a very top-heavy vehicle that is difficult to maintain control in some of these. Oh, look at this. This is going to get dramatically more dangerous here if he continues this behavior. Jumping over that center median, trying to lose those units, doing a U-turn, and now going the opposite way. He's now turned around, made
arrested while police noticed that banging from the back of the truck one last time. Saved just in time thanks to the high-speed heroics of a few good men.
We're sworn to serve and protect, and I believe we did that.
NBC News.
Hi, this is Ron with Wheel in the Sky. We have arrived. And today I'm over here to show you the new Wheel in the Sky headquarters. Look how beautiful it is. It took me a long time to secure this place and get it ready to move in. Look over here, around the corner, behind the Wheel in the Sky headquarters is my new house. So there it is, the new, beautiful Wheel in the Sky headquarters. Welcome to Wheel in the Sky. This is the new temporary headquarters. From the outside, this looked great, didn't it? But apparently the building inspector said it needs some fixing and some painting and some things like that. So we're in here temporarily, but soon we'll be coming from the new Wheel in the Sky headquarters. So please excuse the mess you see here. Today we are talking about Journey's first studio album since Steve Perry, Steve Smith, and Herbie Herbert left the band. I'm talking about 2001's Arrival from Columbia Records with Steve Augeri as lead vocalist. This era of the band first released a single for the Armageddon soundtrack starring Bruce Willis back in 1998, a track called Remember Me. The band had a new singer and a new drummer. This made Columbia Records very nervous. The album was released on October 25th, 2000 in Japan with this cover you see on the screen here. What I heard back in the day was that Columbia Records was unhappy with the Japanese release and delayed the US release until April 3rd, 2001. The album had too many ballads and slow songs, and Columbia wanted to inject some more rock and roll into the album. To be honest, when I listen to both albums, I can't tell them apart, but when I'm paying attention, the US version is better. The advanced version of the album is right here. It has 13 songs, and I don't remember exactly where I got it. The Japanese version of the album has 14 songs. It has a bonus track called To Be Alive Again. The US version has a total of 15 songs, including World Gone Wild and Nothing Comes Close. These songs are not on the US version of the album. The album, for some reason, has the same back as the Japanese version. They didn't change that at all. All versions of this album has a real shiner on it that nobody else seemed to notice. The track is thrown to the end of the album, and probably most people don't listen to the album that far through. This album had no vinyl release. The only way you can get it was on CD. The album is a little too long. If they shortened each song by 1 minute, I think it would be great. Okay, here we go. Here's my review of the album itself by using the US version. We have Steve Augeri on vocals, Neil Schon on guitars and backing vocals, Jonathan Cain on keyboards, string arrangements, and backing vocals, Ross Valerie playing bass and backing vocals, Dean Castronovo on drums and backing vocals. First, I want to remind everybody, I don't listen to this album that often, but I have been for the last month in preparation for this review. Steve Augeri does a great job. I just don't find his vocals to be as strong as Steve Perry's. There are a few songs on the album where I find it kind of hard to hear what Steve Augeri is singing, where I think Steve Perry's voice would have cut through the music a lot better. Against popular belief, I don't believe Steve Augeri sounds exactly like Steve Perry. I can tell them apart. They have similar voices, but they are different. I like the American album cover, a lot better than I do the Japanese cover. Although the back of the album is the same as the Japanese release, which doesn't make any sense. I'm guessing, and I'm just guessing, that the charm on the Japanese cover has made its arrival after the wind has carried the dust and dirt away. My opinion of the album is that it's too long, it has too many songs, they're mostly ballads and soft rock, and it needs a little bit more rock. I like Journey songs that are faster. I think the whole album is missing some high end. They needed to turn the treble up. It's not as clean and bright as it should be. Okay, this is my review of the songs on the album. And here comes the list of the songs using the US version. And song number 1 is Higher Place, which sounds definitely like a Journey hit. It's also the first single from the album. It's definitely a Journey hit for sure. What a great way to start the album. It gets the energy going right from the beginning. Song number 2 is All the Way. This was the second single from the album, and this one is a piano ballad. This is a great song, but I think it's a little too early for a ballad. This song should be later in the album when it starts to slow down a bit. Steve Augeri does a great job here, as well as Higher Place. There's some great guitar here, elevating the song to more than just a ballad. This is a great song and should have had radio airplay. I don't think any of these songs were ever on the radio. And number 3 is Signs of Life. It definitely keeps the energy going. This is another great song that rocks at a great pace. 3 songs into the album, and there's no doubt it shows signs of life. Number 4 is All the Things, another song that keeps the flow going. This is a good song, but it needed the help of Steve Perry. His more powerful voice would have elevated this song into greatness. Number 5 is Loved by You, and this is where the album starts to slow down. This is a soft rock song. It's not bad. It's not a bad song at all. It's just not what I'm looking for when I'm listening to Journey. And song number 6 is Livin' to Do. Talk about slowing down a bit. This song sounds depressing to me. Again, this is not what I want from Journey. This one, not really for me. Song number 7 is World Gone Wild, and this is not on the Japanese release or the advanced copy of the album. This is a rocker, added for the US version. The album picks the pace back up here. Song number 8 is I Got a Reason, and this is another rocker. This song keeps the energy up on the album. This is a good song that moves at a great pace. It can get a little repetitive. But it does end. Song 9 is With Your Love, and this is the 3rd single from the album. Jonathan plays some awesome keyboards on this song. You could only imagine what Steve Perry could have done with this song. And song 10 is Lifetime of Dreams. It's another good power ballad. It's a bit too long, and it sounds very repetitive. Song number 11 is Live and Breathe. It's a good power ballad. Neil shines on this one. The guitar playing is awesome, but the rest of the song just feels wrong. It's also hard to hear Steve Augeri at times. Song 12 is Nothing Comes Close. This song is not on the Japanese version or the advanced copy. This is a rocker with heavy guitar. I do like the faster rock songs better than I do the ballads, but this song just isn't for me. This was part of adding more rock to the US version. And song 12 in Japan is I'm Not That Way. It's on the Japanese version only. It's a real slow, soft rock song. This one doesn't even sound like Journey. It's not a bad song, but they had to lose a slow song on the US release. Song 13 is To Be Alive Again. This is a great rocker. It's a very catchy tune. It brings the album's energy to another level. Neil's guitars are keeping this song going. The album is alive again. And song 14 is called Kiss Me Softly. This is where the album comes to a halt. It's another slower ballad. It's a good song, just put in the wrong place on the album. If you can make it through this song, you are treated to the shining star of the album. And here it is, song 15, called We Will Meet Again. I find it unbelievable that everybody missed this rocker right here. The song starts with the beating of Dean's drums. Jonathan comes in with the keyboards, rounding out the song. So far, this song sounds awesome. And then Neil's guitar comes in at the 18-second mark. And you already know this is by far the best song on the album. At the 30-second mark comes in Steve's vocals. I still have a problem understanding what he's saying, but it brings this song together. Steve does an awesome job on this album. I just wish they mixed his voice a little louder so it can cut through the instrument. What an awesome song to end the album with. After hearing this one, I can't wait until we will meet again. The first single from the album was called Higher Place. This is that single. This is a promo version with 2 versions. The second single of the album was All the Way. This is a promo version with 3 versions, including one without guitar. The third and last single from the album is called With Your Love. This is a promo disc with 2 versions of the song on it. In the end, this is an album that I never pull out to listen to, even though I've got 5 copies of it right here. It's just too soft rock and not enough Journey. I think each song is at least a minute too long. If they shorten the album a little bit, it would leave us wanting more. Okay, thank you for watching Wheel in the Sky. Please hit the like, the subscribe, the notification, and the other buttons, and we'll see you next time.